everyone. Welcome to Interview with Scientist Series, Episode 7. Today we have Amali Fernando from Sri Lanka joining us. Amali is a third year PhD student and she did her bachelor's from Monash University in Medical Bioscience. And now she is, after that, she pursued her master's where she was studying maternal and paternal inheritance of Sinhalese population in Sri Lanka. And now she is doing her PhD. Thank you, Amali, for joining us.
Thank you
And
for
you're more than welcome. And let us start by talking something about your career. We see that you took a different path, like doing your bachelor's from
yeah
Monash in Australia to your master's, to your PhD in Sri Lanka. How has been this journey?
yeah so, so I did my Monash degree in the Malaysian campus, not the Australian campus. And then I came back home. Actually, my plan was to pursue honors, because in the Australian system, you have to complete your undergrad degree and then you have to apply separately for your honors degree.
Yeah.
So, but I was short of few marks. I couldn't go ahead with the plan. And meanwhile, while I was waiting for all that to settle, I also applied for the masters here in University of Colombo. That was not my main plan. That was like like a backup option.
Yeah.
And then since I couldn't get through with the honors degree and all that, I went ahead with my backup plan, which actually turned out to be like a really great choice that I made.
That's great. So,
Yeah.
what is your PhD research all about? What are your aims
Yeah,
to study?
so so what we are trying to do is try to analyze the ancient DNA or ancient genetics of the early human settlers in Sri Lanka. So
Yeah.
why we are doing that is because we still don't know. We only have the archaeological evidences of these early human settlers who are about 4,000 to 9,000 years before present.
Yeah.
So getting to know the genetic side of them will help us to understand if how related they are to the current population, or if the current population is descending from those early settlers, or have they come from a different migration wave, and if so, which part of the world they are more related to,
Okay.
all those questions. Yeah.
Yes. So, it sounds very interesting, like studying the ancient
Yeah.
history of humans. That is something very
Yes.
interesting. So, does it
Yeah.
lie in is it the intersection between genetics and paleontology?
Yeah, paleontology, archaeology, all those areas. So
Okay.
with the scientific evidences that we get in terms of genetics, we are trying to understand whatever the archaeological evidences we have. So if those both evidences tell us the same story, or is it different, or if it's different, how different, all
Yeah.
those aspects. So yeah, pretty interesting.
Okay. So, I would like to talk about what are some of the common misconceptions in STEM and
Yeah.
women in STEM?
Yeah, so one of the main misconceptions, if I'm would be that if you are someone who's supposed to pursue STEM related subjects or career, that you
Yeah.
need to have a natural talent, which
Yes.
is actually not true at all. Because I think if you're passionate enough to pursue STEM uh, subjects or career, it's not the natural talent, it's more of the effort you are willing to put into, and how much passionate you are
Yeah.
in pursuing that. So yeah.
Okay. And what can we do to overcome these barriers?
I think it goes back to how passionate you are, and also how much work you're willing to put in.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are really passionate, and if you know deep down in your gut, this is what I really like to do, and this is what I want to do, then it's
Yes.
all about the amount of work that you will dedicate to it,
Yeah.
the hard work. Because you will come across ups and downs, you will have your failures, but you shouldn't limit yourself just because you came across a failure. You should take that as an inspiration, or you learn your lesson and then overcome it. Because it's
Yes.
not that getting right from the first attempt, it's more of like overcoming all those obstacles and achieving your dream. That's how I think of it.
Okay. So, what kind of problems did you face when you started?
So I think I've said this multiple times. I'm not a studious person. Even though I'm pursuing STEM subjects, I was never a nerd, like, as in who likes to sit down and study. No, I hate doing exams. I hate, facing exams, sitting down, studying, all that.
Yeah.
So even for my A levels, I didn't get an A for science, but still I knew, this is what I wanted to do. And even my
Yeah.
parents, they know how well I don't, fit into this whole the science, the whole the misconception, right? So my
Yeah.
parents, when I got my result, they were like, "Are you sure you want to do science? Because you're not the type of the person who can, sit down and commit long hours of studying." I was like, "No, like I'm not, but at the same time, this is what I really like. I'm very interested in, getting to know all these really amazing facts about human body and, what happens inside it." So
Yes.
even during undergrad, I wasn't like a top student. I was just very average, but still I knew like I
Yes.
wanted to research, so I just kept pursuing it. So yeah, I'm very happy that I didn't change my mind or change my path, and just
Yeah.
kept moving forward.
That's great. So, do you have any message for women in STEM or who want to pursue a career in STEM ahead?
Yeah.
Next gen.
So another misconception regarding women in STEM.
Yeah.
Um, am I lagging?
Yes, you are. Yeah. I think you are.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Uh, I cannot hear
And
you.
being a mother, and
Yeah.
are we good?
Sorry, we are. No, we are still lagging.
It's working for me.
Uh, yeah, now it's better.
Better? So sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So just interrupt me if I, like if it starts
Sure.
like getting lagged again. Yeah. So going back to your question, women in STEM. So one of the misconceptions is that women can't have a balanced career as well as, a family life. Mainly that's
Yes.
because society has given this primary role of to be the parenting and, everything regarding family, while males are given the whole financial. But I think
Yes.
2-3 generations ago, yes, I think most of the women who started a career stopped their or quit their careers right after they were pregnant. But right now,
Yes.
in this generation, I don't see that. Like all the women, even though they have babies and all that, they come back to work and they do really well. And I think whatever that happened in the past, you shouldn't, keep bringing it back and,
Yeah.
have your assumptions based on that, because right now the world is very different and everyone's performing well, whether you're a male or a female and in any career. So I think
Mm-hmm.
you should give that respect and believe that everyone, is genuinely passionate about doing what they want to do, and continue to support them.
Yeah, that's very true. And my last question is, did this COVID pandemic affect your research?
Yeah, it did, because I was actually in Chicago doing a training related project, and when the pandemic started, I had to fly back before. I was supposed to fly back like in April, but I had to change my plans and fly back immediately in beginning of March, which affected my work. And then even now, there are restrictions when bringing down chemicals. So all our projects, the timelines, we have to, postpone it, extend it. All
Yeah.
those problems are there. But then again, it's a worldwide problem.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, I think we just have to make the best out,
I think you are lagging again, but yeah, we got the message.
move forward.
Yeah. Well, we would like to thank you for your time today. It was really a pleasure talking to you and get to know more about your research and
Thanks for
learning more
joining.
about the misconceptions. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and I'm so sorry that there was lag. I don't
No,
know
that's
why, what's wrong. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
no problem. It happens. Have a good rest of your evening.